Good morning, and thank you for joining us on the Morning Brunch. I'm Renee Skinner.
And I'm Nathan Kitchens.
And I'm Alex Berger.
Yay! All right. Here is what's on the menu for today's brunch. We're going to start with your local headlines that are on our plates this morning.
Then we're going to take a look at some trending stories from across the country.
And we'll close things out with a final look at your forecast in our last bite.
Oh, goodness. You know what? Look at what happened.
Nice.
Gotta love live TV. Our scripts aren't in there. But luckily we have laptops. Yes. So.
Is yours on your phone? Or do you want this?
It's not. I will use that one.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so Renee's first.
Yeah,
I can
let me
probably
go
add one
first.
anyway,
So here's what's on my plate for today. It's actually an interesting story. A personal finance company says buying a home may be undergoing a social change in ownership arrangements. NerdWallet experts say some prospective home buyers are turning to jointly buying homes with family members or friends and not romantic partners. The trend, called co-buying, is becoming a popular option due to high home ownership costs. The National Association of Realtors 2025 profile states from July 2024 to June 2025, 25% of first-time home buyers were single women, 10% single men, and the percentage for married couples stayed flat at 50%. All right, and so this story definitely stuck out to me because I am nearing my 40s. It's hard to believe, I know.
Oh, wow.
But, you know, as I near my 40s, I definitely want to buy a home. And this definitely stood out to me because, you know, times have really changed. Like, you know, the dollar doesn't stretch as far as it used to. You know, people are getting married later on in life. So if you can go in and invest in a home and do it, you know, with a family member or a friend that you trust, then I think that would be pretty cool. But you know what they say about mixing business with family and friends, though.
Man.
So all it takes is one argument and get out of the house, get out of the house. You
All
know?
your laundry's out in the front lawn.
Yeah. So, I mean, that would be my hesitation for like going in on a house with my brother or a friend of mine. So I don't know, but it's just interesting the way that, you know, people are figuring out how to obtain the American dream. And I just think if you are a home buyer, you are just so lucky because I think you can generate generational wealth by owning a home, and you can pass that down to your kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just, I don't know, that story just definitely stood out to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Absolutely.
Definitely, I didn't mean to cut
Oh,
you
no.
off.
No. You're good.
No, it's definitely a goal of mine to get a house of my own. But I'm slowly starting to accept that might not happen given the housing market.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Like, I know, like my parents, for example, they bought their house in 1996 for $87,000, and the same house today would be on the market for about $270,000.
Yeah.
So we're going from $87,000 to $270,000. I mean, it's just insane how things have changed. And you look at prices of homes in the area, you know, homes that you wouldn't really even consider to be all that great, and they're just crazy, like $300,000. It's like a $300,000 home isn't even a nice home anymore, it seems like. So it's crazy how things are, you know, it just keeps getting prices going higher and higher, and I don't know if there's an end in sight or any improvements on the way, but
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
really interesting thing. And I think, honestly, you know, just being a family member, buying a house with your other family member is so much, you know, more reliable than if you were like buying it with your friend or something like that.
Sure, I agree.
But yeah, so now the story on my plate today is the state of the grocery tax in Peoria Heights. Now, this is a trustee on the village board. He published an open letter to Mayor Matt Wigginton asking for him to reopen a vote on the tax. That's Nate Steinwedel. He's a trustee who was elected to the Peoria Heights Village Board in 2025. He wrote a 2-page letter to Mayor Matt Wigginton asking for a revote on the 1% grocery tax. Now, the board initially voted 5-1 to pass the grocery tax, which Wigginton then used a veto to block. It's actually the first time a mayor in the village had used it.
Wow.
And then in a 4-2 vote, Steinwedel being in favor, the mayor's veto was overturned. After July 1st of 2026, the grocery tax would go back into effect. But Steinwedel, you know, has had a change of heart, and the mayor actually responded by saying he appreciates the trustees' change in direction.
Yeah.
Now, this has just been such a developing story, not even just in the Heights, but in municipalities around Central Illinois on do we adopt a grocery tax or not. And so for the Heights to actually be, taking action for or not, I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, and I think too what's interesting is, the mayor's response. I don't think like a lot of nowadays I feel like politicians aren't as open to listening to their constituents and coming
Absolutely.
together and working with
Yes.
other lawmakers. So it's like cool to see this happen. And grocery taxes, like that's nothing to play with. You're talking about people, spending money on things they need, and affordability is no joke right now.
Yeah.
So this is not a matter of, it's a couple more cents. This is the real deal. So I think this is an interesting story, and it's going to be interesting how you track it, because isn't there more developing?
There is. February 3rd is their next meeting. There will be an agenda item, potentially on there if it is granted from, Steinweddel's request. But as of now, we're just not sure as to what's going to happen for or against the request.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to find out.
Yeah, we'll be following up for sure. On my plate today, a massive winter storm pummeled much of the United States on Sunday, bringing with snow, freezing rain, and sub-zero temperatures, and causing significant travel delays. By late Sunday, airlines had canceled more than 11,000 U.S. flights, and nearly 1 million customers were without power Sunday afternoon as a result of the snow and ice. Snowfall over the past weekend has left many streets slick. Across Peoria, the public works crews have been working around the clock, and officials say while conditions are manageable, drivers should slow down and use caution.
Wow.
And this story stuck out to me because, of course, weather has been a big story, not just here at home, but more so on the national level. It's been, this storm has impacted almost every state, it feels like, this weekend. We had the slick roads here. I know if you were out traveling, it wasn't too bad, but you definitely had to take it slow. We always say you want to use like 3 times the stopping distance when you get to a red light, because again, you're not going to be able to stop as quickly.
Yeah.
Even this morning, like in my neighborhood street, making a turn, your car starts to slide a little bit. You've got to make sure you're allowing a lot of extra time to brake. So you just have to be careful out there. But this storm is really incredible. Like Indianapolis, not too far from here, they had the biggest snow since 2014. Just shy of a foot of snow there. Parts of southern Illinois, just south of Effingham, as much as 14 inches of snow came down with the storm. And that's bad enough, but it's really bad once you get into parts of like Tennessee and Arkansas, because we had the snow and the ice. In some cases, more than 1 inch of ice, and it brought down trees. People would just walk outside and you could see the power lines flashing and trees just come crashing down. You could hear the crackling of the limbs starting to break. And you just look around and there was just so much damage, and there's going to be people probably without power for a long time. And not only that, it's so cold, so you hope that people have generators. Fortunately, the storm was so talked about in advance, and its potential was talked about to lose power, that hopefully people made those proper preparations. I know some people kind of are like, see it to believe it kind of people, they hear about it, but they don't always necessarily plan ahead. But yeah, it's a big storm. It's going to be talked about for a long time. Around here, not so much, because it's just kind of a run-of-the-mill snow event. But to our south, it was a huge, impactful storm.
Absolutely. Hopefully people are okay from that. That's really, really scary. But going ahead, today is National Peanut Brittle Day. What is your favorite snack with peanuts in it? Now, Renee, I know you're allergic to tree nuts, but peanuts, fair game.
Oh,
right?
goodness. I love peanuts. Yes, I do. Let's see. I just like getting the peanut butter that has the little crunchy bits of peanuts in it, and I'll just scoop it in a spoon, baby. And I tell friends who come over, don't touch the peanut butter jar, because I double dipped.
Oh, man.
There are Renee's germs galore in that tub, or in that jar. But how would you pair your peanuts, buddy?
I usually like an Uncrustable, like a PB&J. I think that's my favorite thing with peanut butter in it. Besides that, I don't like peanut M&Ms, but I like the peanut butter M&Ms.
Yeah, those are really good.
That's probably, that or like a Reese's or something. What about you?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the peanut M&Ms.
Right.
I love me some peanut butter. The Uncrustables, like you mentioned, those are good. Mr. Goodbar. I think that's got
man,
peanuts
that's
in it. That is
good.
pretty good. But
Yeah.
He's got the
Yeah.
Mr. Goodbar, watches Leave It to Beaver.
exactly. Got my Goodbar. watching-
He has an old soul after all.
Exactly. He rides a horse
Golden
to
Girls.
work every
I
day.
know. Yeah.
Snow, rain, sunshine.
Exactly. He put well, now it's cold though, so he puts the horse away, brings out the Model T, and then
We can go on and on with this.
oh, I'm sorry, Nathan. I heard him say Leave It to Beaver once, and I just haven't let it down.
He can't live it down.
Exactly.
That's all right. All right. Well, we're going to take a commercial break, but we'll be back with more after this. Welcome back. Today is Dental Drill Appreciation Day. Ooh, gotta love that holiday, right?
Yeah.
Great one.
Or not.
Yeah, or not. Yeah. Let's hate this holiday. We
Yeah.
could be some haters today. We swear we're not making this up either. So how do you feel about going to the dentist? Ooh.
I love my dentist. My dentist is Dr. Anderson in
Okay.
Peoria.
Yeah.
And I don't like love going to the dentist, right? But it's always great to see him and all the hygienists there because they it's a family affair. So like my grandma goes there, my sister goes there, my dad,
Aw,
like
that's
everyone in my
sweet,
family
man.
goes there. So they know all of us.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of nice to like, I'd say my name, who I am, but they're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Like you're Pat's grandson, or you know what I mean? So
Yeah, familiarity.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love the dentist. I found a good dentist here in Peoria, and she's just like a comedian. Every time I go, she makes me laugh so hard. Like she was doing a root canal. Maybe I'm laughing so hard because of what she's saying that I can't even get my mouth straight. So they have to put that thing in there to make sure. Because she jokes. She calls me Storm Nathan because I do the weather.
I love that.
And then she's called me like 3 different names, but she thought I was Ethan instead of Nathan, and I just went with it.
Oh, wow.
So she called
Nathan.
me. So now she just naturally calls me that a lot. But yeah, the dentist, I love my dentist I go to. I hate going to the dentist though. It's
Exactly.
not fun.
Yeah.
Because I have bad teeth. I mean, I always have a bunch of cavities, a million things that need work
Yeah.
on. I mean, when I came here, they said, you need like 4 root canals and the crowns too, and
Wow.
so I had to gradually do that over time, and that's not cheap. That adds up quickly.
No.
No,
So I
yeah.
spent an arm and a leg. I went probably 10 years between like high school and college into my early adulthood without going to dentist at all. And
Uh-oh.
it caught up to me when I was probably about 24, 25. I finally go, and it's so overwhelming. It's like, here's all the things you need done. And I actually had a tooth pulled, like, because I didn't have money to get a root canal and all that, but I can't keep pulling teeth or I won't have any teeth left.
Oh my God.
So now
That's like my
Man.
chihuahua.
I've resorted to getting the root canals and the crowns, although I did have one of my root canal and crowns fall out. So there's actually a big space in my mouth over here. So that's why I'm going to be going to the dentist very soon to get that hopefully remedied. I hope I don't have to get an implant because that's not going to be cheap either.
Nathan's
Yeah.
getting some
It's
veneers
just
soon.
stressful.
Yeah, just get some veneers and call it a
Exactly.
day, man.
There it is.
I have not been to the dentist in years. I'm
Yeah?
one of those people. And I just feel like when a tooth chips, that's when I will go. And then if they tell me, oh, you have all these cavities, I will pay for one cavity a month. I am not joking around. Dental, expenses, they cost you an arm and a leg.
sad.
So
They do.
put me on a little payment plan.
Yep.
I will pay for one cavity a month, to get fixed,
Yeah.
and that'll be that. So I hate going to the dentist.
It's
I don't
not-
care how you
yeah.
could be Mother Teresa, and I'd still hate going to the dentist.
I'd be shocked. I'd be like, Mother Teresa, what are you doing here?
Oh my goodness.
Why not?
Yeah.
But moving on now, another new dating trend is actually emerging
Oh,
this year.
here we go.
Called hot take dating.
Oh.
According to Tinder's year in swipe report, okay, this trend is taking over the dating scene. It basically encourages daters to dive right into the most controversial
Heck
topics
no.
on the very first date. Whether it's politics, religion, or your most outlandish opinions, the idea is to quickly filter out people who aren't a good match. Not all dating experts agree with the trend. Some warn starting a date with your most controversial takes can easily send the wrong first impression. I personally,
Oh, here we go.
going on this, while I don't fully agree with just being like, hi, I'm Alex, here's my most controversial take, I do think diving into that stuff on the first date is kind of crucial.
Sure.
Not to an extent of like arguing. That. Just being like, hey, because that's like kind of discussing who you are as a person.
Yeah.
So like if you can get to your core values pretty quickly, you know, you could like order appetizers and then you're like, yeah, this is my religion. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
That's now that's not the formula. So like people who are going on prospective dates don't just order appetizers and then just
Dive right in.
Exactly. But you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, I think there's positives to that because you don't want to lead somebody along to thinking that they're one way, or you just meet them for the first time and you maybe act like you agree with things they're saying, although maybe you don't. So sometimes it's good, I'd say, to just kind of get it off your chest and say, here's where I stand with things, here's where I stand with religion, here's what I think on politics, and here's what I believe and don't believe. And just see how they react. You know, chances are they might agree with you, and if they're completely different, I don't think that necessarily means that you're not compatible, but it's definitely good, I think, right off the bat to kind of know, okay, this is what your viewpoint is, this is what mine is, so I can see the positives to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just because you're in your hot seat dating, so you're talking about one controversial topic, and then you move on to the next guy, the next prospective guy, then the next. I don't know if I like that format, though. Like, so now I gotta like talk about all my beliefs with all these different people.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
I don't know.
But I do think you're right. I think it's important that you establish, like, okay, I lean to the right when it comes to politics, or I lean to the left. So it's important that you establish that, but I could do that over the phone with you. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to no hot seat dating.
Moral of the story, everyone sets up a pre-call, okay? Get everything hashed out, and then go to the Chili's.
Thank you. Thank you. That is how you do it.
That sounds a lot better.
A lot more people would be married if they just, like, I'm not married. Let
Set
me
up a time. Pick the time on my calendar.
Oh my goodness, yeah. All right. Well, reality dating shows may be more than just guilty pleasures. A study published in the Journal of Psychology found viewers often absorb toxic relationship standards, think jealousy, drama, and constant competition. In fact, researchers say people who watch these shows regularly were 25% more likely to see jealousy and control as normal parts of romance. The concern is that constant exposure to these scripted love stories can shape how viewers define intimacy and even raise unrealistic expectations about what a partner should be. So while the shows can be fun to watch, experts warn they may also be rewriting the rules of dating and not always feel the better.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yikes.
I don't know about this one.
I don't know.
Interesting. I mean, my mom and sister watch so much of that Below Deck show.
Yes, I've heard about that show.
They love that show. But like, I've asked my mom before. I said, Mom, I was like, why do you watch these shows? Because like, it's so different than like who my mom or my sister is.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's just something to have on. It's just entertainment. It's kind of like, like you go to like a circus or something, right?
Yeah,
You're just like, yep, watching people.
I still think there's like a psychological science behind that because if there's drama, it's fascinating to see people argue and to see people get confrontational with people because you don't see that all the time. So if someone stops and is yelling, if someone stops and yells, like I'm gonna stop and I'm probably gonna like listen and see like what's happening. So I think people take that same approach with like reality dating shows. Like you want the tea, spill the tea, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think certain people are portrayed in certain ways. Like when I was in college, I did a story about, like how men sometimes are portrayed on certain shows. Like, and that's just the way a lot of people think relationships are supposed to be because that's what they watch all the time. And I use like Everybody Loves Raymond as an example. Like
That's a good
Deborah
one.
would get on Raymond for maybe being lazy. Instead of maybe being with family, he was going to go do things with friends, or maybe he had a little white lie that he told Deborah, about something, but he was doing something else. So I think sometimes it's the way things are portrayed, and people think that's how it's supposed to be, but it's not always realistic. So
yeah,
I love how it got rounded out with Everybody Loves Raymond.
It did somehow.
Everything, it's like the rabbit with the clock. Everything comes back to everybody.
Everything
Loves
is
Raymond.
it does.
I haven't seen an episode of that show, but I know from Nathan.
I love it.
That
I watch it every week.
Relates to, it relates to everything in life.
It does. It does.
That's
Oh
so
my
funny.
goodness. I love that. Well, at least it's something else besides Golden Girls that you watch. I was worried about you.
You're worried about me.
To a level of concern.
All right, guys, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. They always turn on the mic too early, and you hear me chuckle before we come on the air. Come on, guys.
That's funny.
That's the show. Well, as we come to a close, here's your last bite. Starting off with a joke of the day.
Oh, great.
So the joke of the day will be.
Oh yeah.
steps here.
It's like a reveal.
All
Okay.
right. So why did the sailor look to the spelling bee?
Look
wait,
to the
Oh,
spelling
excuse me. I
Lose-
can't read. I'm sorry.
Look
I
to
can't
the
see.
skies.
Why did the sailor lose
There it
the
is.
spelling bee? Wow. Okay. I need to get contact or something.
Something about
A
walking
singular.
the plank? Wait, something about...
You lost.
Think about. Okay. So sailors.
Yep.
Something that they might get lost when they're on a ship,
map?
right? Like
Wait.
they're on a ship.
Compass?
Oh, is it because he got lost at sea?
Got it.
Oh.
Is that actually what it says?
Yeah, once
He
they
kept
got to
getting
the sea,
lost
they
at
were just
sea.
lost.
Oh my goodness.
That's
I
good.
never get these jokes.
That's really
And they're
good.
not funny either. It'd be different if they were funny.
Got better. I'll say that.
That's really good. Wow.
I missed the one about what was that about Will Smith last week? We
Yeah,
had?
What was
something
it?
about how do you
How
find,
do you find Will Smith in the snow? You look for the Fresh Prince.
Oh, Fresh Prince, yeah.
That one was the best one we've had.
That's so funny. Yeah,
All right. Well,
that's
our
awesome.
weather is frigid out there. It looks like the Arctic tundra outside
some
in
Fresh
central
Prince?
Illinois right now. We've got 4 degrees, so at least we are above 0 now. We'll see a high of 11 today with sunshine. And as we look at the extended forecast, cold, cold, and cold. That's
Wow.
all we get over the next week. It is pretty dry, but a high of 18 tomorrow, 22 Wednesday, 15 on Thursday, and those overnight lows near 0 for most of this week.
Wow.
Good deal. Oh, not
Stay
good deal, but you know, that's just my filler word.
Good deal is in. Good job, Nathan.
Spring
Yeah.
is what? Less than 2 months away. so-
It is really?
Yes, less than 2 months. So.
Wow.
We're hoping for something good, Gertie. Please bring us good
We
weather.
got 1 week to see what her prediction is.
Exactly.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we're gonna go, but thank you for watching, everyone. Bye.